You can bet in a heartbeat that I make quality videos.
Knowledge, experience. Experience, learning the right way to connect the dots. This is the best representation of something I've been trying to explain to people for years, saving this to my phone so I can routinely pull it out when I need. Data, information, knowledge, insight, wisdom, conspiracy theory. I've connected the two dots. You didn't connect shit. I've connected them. This shit never made more sense than now. Okay, really obsessed with this image because I've seen multiple times people assert that the real image had a Star of David as the original conspiracy theory panel. But when you look at it, the lines are really obviously edited and not the same quality as the rest of the drawing. And so in searching for the actual original, the best I can find through TinyEye is a 2-panel version posted to 9gag, which just features the colored dots labeled information and the connected lines called knowledge. But instead they're labeled knowledge and experience respectively. The first time I see it edited to include wisdom, it's a panel with a single green dot and a single purple dot, as if wisdom is removing all but the most relevant data points. A pretty common early panel seems to be connecting all the dots so it makes a cat, and labeling it creativity. I see some extra panels looking like this first posted to an obscure site in 2016. Information, knowledge, experience, strategy, intuition. And it seems like it's spread around a lot of Russian URLs. The first time I can find it with an intelligence panel, it looks like this and was posted to a blog page in Spanish. Knowledge, experience, intelligence. The series of panels then evolves into this: the world, data, information, knowledge, insight, wisdom, understanding. And finally gets a conspiracy theory panel on a .pl website, and doesn't seem to turn into the recognizable 6-panel form ending in conspiracy theory until it's posted to Imgur in 2020. Now, Gaping Void is like some sort of business image creation website that seems to have existed since 2014 and claims to have created the original 2-panel comic seen here, which also bears their handle, which has been in use on Twitter since 2008. I don't know how to describe them. They make bland motivational images you see businesses using. They've created a 6-panel version of their original 2-panel drawing, and it looks like this: data, information, knowledge, insight, wisdom, impact. As far as I can tell, what happened is that this business account made a little comic that was just vague enough to get chewed up and regurgitated all over the internet in multiple different forms, before at one point getting a Star of David slapped on it by a random user on Imgur, who was probably actually implying that Jews really were the root of bad things, because "it's all the Jews' fault" was kind of a meme for a while, before things got fashy and that sentiment became disturbingly sincere, as opposed to disturbingly blasé about a real group of people. And then they removed the original watermark and slapped their own creaky watermark on it, which led nowhere because they were just some guy editing stuff on Imgur. And then a Tumblr user decided that it was actually dire social commentary, and you're anti-Semitic if you don't use the version of the comic imagined by one Imgur guy that blamed Jewish people for conspiracy theories, which was just one in a long line of these 2 panels getting endlessly recycled since 2014 at least. So anyway, the unicorn wasn't originally there, but the Star of David wasn't either. Crazy stuff.